So there's a lot of ladies that's out here doing being a truck driver. A lot of them I see doing that now. I mean, when I first started seeing women truck drivers, I say, "Well, that's interesting, being a truck driver." I mean, because I know a lot of things that come along with that, a lot of manual labor that comes along with being a truck driver, and some of the things that these truck drivers encounter at truck stops, and just different things that they deal with. Because me being in the petrochemical industry for about 22 years, I've encountered thousands of truck drivers over the years. Of course, I would say about 98% of them were men, just a small amount were women. But this one woman is dealing with an issue with her truck. Let's review it. So as you can see on the caption, they're telling her next time release the air from the axles and it would be better. So I guess somebody that's a truck driver know what they're doing, but I want you to see how she's struggling. Now, the reason why I made that video is because, listen, I understand the women empowerment thing. I get it. Women want to have different opportunities as well. They want to grow careers and all of that and open businesses. Hey, I don't really take an issue with it. The only time I take an issue is when that you turn into that boss chick mentality. That's the only time I really take an issue with it. But certain jobs, no matter what these people say, aren't for women to be doing. Listen, this woman here is struggling with this piece of equipment. And I'm looking at how she's jerking on this stuff and she's struggling. And women's bodies was not made for a certain type of physical activity. And because she's doing things like this, it's going to tear her body up. And she's not going to be in the industry that long. Even men that drive trucks, a lot of times, if they don't get out of it within time, you see them walking hunched over, bad knees. A lot of times when truck drivers have bad health because they're always in that truck. They don't exercise enough. They eat bad food. I mean, and this is men I'm talking about here. So, women, their bodies is more finicky. They have, more things going on than us as men. And I know it can be some good money and all of that, but, this woman shouldn't be struggling with no truck. She want to work dispatch. If she want to dispatch trucks out, I'm good with that. If she wants to do the administration of the trucking business or something like that, great. If she want to own a trucking company and she's owning and she's not out there struggling, awesome, do it. But all this struggling she's doing, she's going to tear her body up. Ladies, not every job you say that a man's doing, you should be out there doing. I remember when I worked in Kinder Morgan at one point in time, and I remember they started hiring women. And a part of the job was you had to carry hoses, and especially on the docks. You had to hook up barges or you had to hook up ships. And of course, you had your cranes and all of that, but sometimes you actually had to lift up hoses, you had to drag them, you have to do certain things, and every time the woman's on the dock, she's calling for help because she can't really lift those hoses. So a man has to go over there and help versus when it's another man, he never calls for help because the man got it. You know what I'm saying? Why are you dragging hoses? Why? You should not be out there dragging hoses like a man. Or you in the middle of the freaking rain climbing tanks. You getting paid with men getting paid, but, it's just certain things that we can endure as men. And the men, we supposed to take care of the women. You know what I'm saying? We don't supposed to be having the women out there doing all this hard manual labor. That's just, not to say some of them can't do it, because I've seen some of them work circles around men. I've seen it. I have seen it with my own two eyes. But for the most part, that's just not the average. That's not the average. And they don't last long either. I've seen in those hard physical labor jobs, they don't. Women should be working jobs where they can rest in their femininity. They could earn a good living, but they don't have to be out there, doing all the manual labor. Let the men do that. Trust me, everything that they're teaching y'all about women empowerment is not really good for women. But let me know what y'all think about, there's some of you truck drivers that see what she's doing. Like I say, what is she doing wrong?